I'm installing the Rock Slide Engineering steps on my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. I've already done the driver's side, figured I'd carry you along for the passenger side. I'd say the most nerve-wracking thing, and also I'm doing it by myself, but the most nerve-wracking thing is getting this seal put on there. Little trick I learned from the other side is they say to install your stripping, which for the JT, this is the back. The soft cushion side goes up top. They say install it 1/2 inch from the rounded edge. So basically what I did is I took a piece of tape the whole way, lined it up so I could get where the middle of the seam is. It's not perfect, but then I measured 1/2 inch down and retaped it. So whenever I go to put it on, I'll just line it up with the tape. Also, you want to start at this back seam. So this is the bed of the truck, front of the truck. Start at that seam and work your way forward. And found it easy just to peel 2 to 3 inches off the back, stick it on there, go to the front, peel about 1 inch off of it, stick it on there and kind of work it your way down. You won't know if it's right until you get the step on there. So now we'll do the rear. Another note is, per the instructions, at the front you're 1/2 inch from the middle of the bend, and in the back you're 5/8 of an inch. One step that I already completed was putting these 4 body mount brackets. So as a body mount bolt, you loosen it up. On the driver's side, I kind of had to pound these in here because I'm trying to do this one-handed. Right here, it goes above this washer, and there's actually threads up there. And the instructions say if the threads are in your way or there's not enough space, to take a file and file them out. I wasn't interested in doing that, so I just beat them on. This is how the front one goes on. Put it in an angle and then rotate it. Then the middle's the short one. All right, you'll probably see me standing on my head a little bit here. But basically this is the main piece, bracket, 4 bolts go through there. And their instructions say it's best to have the top on a flat surface. That way whenever you tighten it all up, it looks good. Now what you're going to do is take your washers and nuts and get them on there. Alright, so this is the inside view, so the body would be right here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. I only snuck 2 up just to hold it in place. Don't know if standing on your head like that is useful, but it worked on the other side, so that's what I did on this side. Also, those bolts, per the instructions, say they need to be hand tight or 18 foot-pounds. Now comes the fun part. With being just one person, making a fool of myself, trying to get it on here. Definitely learned from the first one. So the bump stop, this right here this is whenever you'll learn if you got it mounted right. And this is the seam that makes it a JT. JL, JT, I'm assuming. But I'm not pushed all the way in here. But you can see how there's a little bit more of this bump stop or weather stripping showing up here versus back here. So that's where the OCD in me or you will come out, and you'll just have to live with it. Also, if you're not interested in watching me bolt the rest of this together, I believe that's the major differences between the JL and the JT rock sliders. You're gonna bolt this together per the instructions. All right, now we're underneath the Jeep. I don't have a lift, so I probably won't video actually bolting these up, but there's different size nuts. So that's a 5/16, and that'll be a quarter. I think there's 3 of the 1/4-inch ones. That's your step extension down there. And then so on and so forth. So you'll put those on a couple turns, then you'll come back to your body mount, put those 4 in, get them halfway in, I believe the instructions say. Then you'll go back and tighten the pinch seam bolts, then tighten these, and then the body mount bolts. Alright, so you saw the bolts went in. Now it's time to torque them down. 1/4-inch, using 7/16 wrench, get torqued to 9 foot-pounds. The 5/16 using a 1/2 inch gets torqued to 20 foot-pounds. So you'll do the pinch seam bolts first, then you'll come back to these bolts. These are also going to get torqued to 18 foot-pounds. Then after all that's done, you'll do your body mount bolts, and those are torqued to 80 foot-pounds. Helps if you go the right way. Couple of ugga-duggas. Now we'll do this at 80 foot-pounds. That's it. All right, there you have it. Rock slide engineering steps, doable by yourself with the jack and some jack stands and being careful. Like I said before, that seam or getting that bump stop is the hard part, right? Because if you don't get it even throughout the span of the Jeep, one end will look one way and the other end will look the other. This is the driver's side. I feel like it's my better side, which I'm happy because this will be the side I look at the most. Look like JL steps with an extension. Hope this helps somebody.